Because right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook.
All right, thanks a lot, Ken, and thank you for tuning into the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. I'm Rich Walsh. I'll be joined by Andrew Fillipponi in just a matter of moments, and we're talking Steelers, Buccos. If you want to talk about the Panthers' schedule here, release some times at the beginning. Also, a big game on CBS coming up on September 17th, Penn State at Auburn. It's the first time that Penn State's on CBS since 2000. And I think, Pony, you might remember this game. You were young at the time, but I'm sure you remember that 12-0 victory by that Pitt Panthers over Penn State.
Well, here we go. You're already rumming it in, trying to get on the bad side of all those Penn State lovers out there, trying to rehash all old wounds here. That was Paterno coaching that game. He never got another shot at Pitt after that. So here we go. Stirring the pot, Richie Walsh here.
I would love to stir the pot and get Pitt and Penn State to play again. You know, since we're on this topic right now.
Well, Pat Freiermuth says it's now worth it. Your boy Pat Freiermuth is making it sound like Penn State would blow out Pitt every time they play. And let me tell you something right now, all you Penn State fans out there, and I have respect for you. But if Pitt played Penn State last year, they would have beat them by double digits. They would have blown them out. I know Western Michigan beat Pitt, and I know Miami beat them too. But compare the two teams last year, go position by position, player by player. The difference between Kenny Pickett and Sean Clifford, so pronounced, so big. James Franklin, to me, great recruiter, lot to be desired on game day. That game could have been played in front of 110,000 fans in Happy Valley. And I can tell you what, Kenny Pickett would have walked out of that stadium with a W. Sorry, Pat Freiermuth, and sorry, Penn State fans.
You really think it's going to be it would have been a double-digit spread? You said double-digit win. I understand that.
Double-digit win.
What do you think? What do you think the line would have been, though?
Penn State's 500. I think maybe Penn State would have been maybe a 3-point underdog, or maybe a pick 'em even. Look. Who did Penn State? They beat Auburn. Congratulations on all your success in September. After that, what did they do? They got blown out by Michigan State. I understand Pitt lost to Michigan State, but they didn't have their best player for that game. Okay? And don't even start with me, well, Michigan State didn't have their running back. One guy finished third in the Heisman Trophy voting, and the other player didn't.
They didn't even have their second best quarterback, by the way, and they still almost won that game.
Nick Patty got hurt in that game. Exactly, and that was before Jordan Addison got paid by the good people at USC, the Trojans. So, yeah, I'm sorry, Penn State. Look, Penn State's had a very rich history. They've had some very good years under James Franklin. They went to a Rose Bowl. They went and played Memphis in a big bowl, Cotton Bowl Classic. They've been to the Fiesta Bowl, too, with Franklin. They won a Big Ten championship. That was cool. They beat T.J. Watt in Wisconsin. But what have you done for me lately, James Franklin? You get off to hot starts. You beat the Cupcakes for the most part in September. And then your team's leaking oil and fast late in the year. So I think last year Pitt would have beat Penn State. And I think if they played this year, right now on a neutral field, it would be a very, very close game. I'd give a slight edge to Penn State, but not a very big one.
You know, it's going to be interesting this year because they have the top quarterback in the country, Drew Aller. And they also have Sean Clifford, who's coming back, who's, by the way, awful. But he's been there. He's been with the team, it seems like, for 10 years.
Well, again, so you just got yourself in trouble with Penn State fans again.
Well,
strike two. You're calling the guy awful? Here we go.
Okay, but what I'm saying is...
I can hear it. Ring, ring.
Yeah.
I have
Steve zero Penn State
ring,
calls
ring,
right now.
Here come
zero
the Penn State fans. Calls.
But since we're on the topic, though, I find it interesting because you got a guy like Drew Aller, who's one of the top quarterbacks in the country. So they have to be forced to play this guy, right? Even though Sean Clifford might be better. They're forced to play this guy no matter what, or he'll potentially transfer for an NIL deal somewhere else.
No, that's not the way it works at Penn State. They go there for the education. You know, that's the whole deal. It's the great experiment. You know, a Penn State kid is not just there for a quick payday to make a buck. He's there to get a great education. He's there to get that great ice cream. You know, he just loves that campus, that Happy Valley experience. So Penn State fans would disagree with you on that too, Richie. They're not looking for the NIL big money guys. They want student athletes at Penn State. Okay? You know that. That's what their fans tell me, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, but it'll be an interesting dilemma.
And you put on a Penn State jumpsuit once.
That was 2000.
You might have to give that back.
That was 2015.
You might have to give that back to James Franklin after this conversation.
And I did it for Joe Moorhead. He's my buddy. He's a Penn Hills guy.
Well, then where's your Akron outfit? Where's your Akron stuff in honor of Joe Moorhead?
You know what? I'm going to go up and talk to him soon. He's been all over.
Well, you tell him I said hello. I'm a big fan of Joe. I think Joe likes me, which is unusual. Not a lot of coaches do. But you tell Joe that I said hello, all right, Richie?
Yeah, I definitely will do that. Also, we got to take a break. We have some calls about the Steelers quarterback. We'll touch on that, and also Pirates ownership. If you want to chime in, give us a call, 412-575-2600. Thanks for watching on Pittsburgh CW. Also simulcasting live on 93.7 The Fan.